Alright guys, what is up? It is me, Sacred G. Today we're reacting to SpooksnJukes' Dead by Daylight is Dying, which came out the 16th of March. So I figured, well, as of right now of recording this video, it is the 31st, the last day of March. So, well, let's see what he's got to say. I already don't agree. I mean, just earlier today, actually, I looked to see how many people are playing, and we're looking right now, by the way, 22,000 people. Earlier today, that was double that. That was like 30,000. Plus console players, and the people that use the Nintendo Switch. Anywho, we're reacting to SpooksnJukes' video. So, let's see what he's got to say. And I'll try to be less insulting.
I think we all know it's true at this point. Dead by Daylight...
No, it's not. Already starting off bad. It's not true. I mean, 22,000 people does not scream dying to me. You want to see a dying game? This is what a dying game looks like. So let's go here. I'm going to bring up Black Ops 2. I know this is unrelated, but hear me out here for a second, okay? We're going to go to Community Hub. This would be concerning. 4,000 in BO3. Okay? Right? There's 100 people that play Black Ops 2. So I want to see how many people are playing. Oh, it doesn't tell me? Okay. Well, there was 100 people when you log in who are playing BO2. So that's besides the point. So let me get to the top of my list here. Okay, so that's not true. I don't know why you're saying it's true, but it's not. I mean, do you have a link that... I don't know, it doesn't matter anyways, so...
It is not in a good place, and I think it comes down to three reasons, so let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Reason number one is hackers, because although Behavior has been banning tens of thousands of hackers, and they've also made it to where hackers can no longer hold people hostage in games anymore, which was a huge... problem.
By the way, I will say they're not that big of an issue at all. I have never ran into that many hackers. I've had my fair share of, you know, running into cheaters or hackers, but nowhere near that frequent to the point where it affects Dead by Daylight's player base.
A few months back, they are still able to easily go in and get people's IP addresses and DDoS them, or tank their internet, essentially. This has primarily been happening to streamers, obviously, because...
Yeah, because they're fucking with streamers. It's a streamer-only issue. This doesn't affect people like me who don't stream the game. Why is this a point? That's what I want to know. This... Like, how is this affecting me? Like... Doesn't that make the people who don't stream, I guess, a little more hacker-free? Because isn't this supposed to speak for the whole community? If this is a streamer-only thing, why in the fuck is this contributing to the entirety of the player base? And not only that, it sucks, you know, for Twitch, for TTVs. However, I don't care. I mean, it's not my problem. So, I mean, if I get DDoSed, of course, it wouldn't be fun. And I'm not saying it's, you know, warranted, but what can I do about it? Nothing. I mean, people are still going to hack regardless if you call out the hackers. They're still going to do it.
The hackers want attention, but it can happen to anybody. From the looks of it, they can just look at a lobby with your username and
That's a good point. I will give you that. Yeah, they can, and that's scary. However, I've never seen it escalate. It's just a TTV issue.
Figure out where you are and completely shut your internet off. Dead by Daylight is clearly not a safe place to be, especially if you stream the game. Hackers have also been...
So, okay, then it's not an issue to the whole community. It's only an issue to streamers. They're not the entire community. There are people that play this game that don't have a desire to become a streamer. And to be honest, I'm going to be real. I'm one of them. I'm glad.
Targeting people in other ways. Myself, I've had the same hacker stalking me for a year, and what they do is they wait till I go live, then they log on to a PC account with a...
Yeah, and that's terrible. That hacker, literally, they should just have like an IP scanner so that like the game could detect your IP, but yet again, VPNs could probably do that or fix that right away. But they should just have something that detects if you're using mods or hacks, because GTA 5 does. GTA 5 doesn't allow you to go online at all, even if you have just a story mode spawner, or a mod menu. I know, unrelated, however, that's what they should do. If the game they could put a thing in the game that detects if you have like something out of the game's realm. That's what I think.
Prestige 100 Bubba, and they start hacking, flying around, instantly killing people, and then in the endgame chat they tell people to kill themselves and say that they like little kids.
Okay, I'm not. That's just kind of funny because obviously they're just a fucking group of dumb shits. Obviously,
among other things. So then people will come to my chat and say, I'm reporting you, you're a cheater. They do it so people will come and accuse me of cheating, and that it causes a big ruckus during my stream. So people will accuse me of not only cheating but saying really terrible things to people. Obviously, there's not much I can do about this. I just have to say, hey,
there isn't, sadly.
I play on PlayStation, and yeah, that wasn't me. You can look at the VOD, and yeah, that's about all I can do. The second reason Dead by Daylight is in a really bad place right now is because the new content they've been releasing is...
Okay, this is where it gets subjective, and this does not contribute to it dying at all. I don't know why you're including your opinion on the newer killers. If you don't like the newer killers, guess what? That's an opinion. You know how many of the newer... the Skull Merchant, I went against her twice today, before even recording this video. Like, I literally just, I'm going to use the footage of one of the games I went against her before, for B-roll I was recording for this video. This is subjective. And again, even today or yesterday now, I went against the Knight a few times. Which he's going to say, the first one's the Knight. Guarantee you he's going to say Skull Merchant next.
Complete and utter shit. First, there was the Knight, who was this super cool, badass medieval knight who zones people, puts down guards, and just makes them run away, makes them run forward.
That doesn't seem like you're playing as that killer efficiently, man. How is that contributing to the community? This doesn't make sense. Like, this is just your opinion. You don't like the new killer, that's fine. But to put this in a video where you're going to say that it's affecting the entire player base, that's kind of stupid. Actually, that's not just kind of, it's actually very dumb. Because of the fact that this is subjective. This is not a problem that I consider to be a problem. Sorry that you don't know how to play as them, I guess.
That's what the Knight does. Not to mention the map that he came with is also shit. I don't even remember what the name of the map is. I always forget.
I thought it was pretty cool. It's actually the biggest map, I think. One of the bigger, newer maps, I think. By far. It's actually a cool-ass map. I enjoy playing on it when I do get the chance to.
Actually forget that the map...
Even though I don't know it very well.
...exists until I randomly get the map in rotation, because nobody uses the map offering, at least not that I see. I'll randomly appear on that map and I'll go, oh wow, I forgot that this garbage exists. He does have a decent Mori though, so I'll give him that. And then we have the Skull Merchant. Most of you know how I feel about the Skull Merchant. It's the same way most people feel about the Skull Merchant.
Well, yep, because I guess you're one of the people who agrees with everyone else, who thinks that everyone thinks alike. Not saying that's the case, but, I mean...
We all thought we were going to get this really awesome, badass cyborg...
Expectation was not met equals disappointment.
Killer, and what did we get? Another fucking zoning killer.
Oh no, man. Is this real? Okay, how are they zoning? How is this zoning? What the fuck?
Another killer that places something down that has a big radius and a big zone that you just have to run out of and just, again, Hold forward.
No, the fucking zoning you're talking about gives the killer effects. It slows down survivors, or they get exposed. So far, just by the games I played today, I have this like today. I guess technically yesterday was the first time I went against this killer, and so far you want to stay the fuck out of those things. You don't want to go in them at all because you could fuck the whole game. I don't know. What are you talking about?
Hold forward or you die, and guess what? When it gets to 3 gens left, you just place down your drones on the gens, and just with night, when there's 3 gens, you just can place your fucking knights to guard the gens. It's so fun. It's such a good time.
It's helpful for the killer.
One redeeming
But
factor.
again, it's an opinion. You are entitled to have it. But to say it's going to contribute to the entire player base, that's a stretch. You cannot use subjectivity for an entire community. That people will disagree with you on that, much like what I'm doing here.
Factor about these 2 chapters is the survivors.
Factor, a redeeming factor.
I think that Vittorio is really cool. I also think that Talitha and Hinatu are also really cool. So the survivors are cool. I like them. But the killers, complete ass. I think it's also the fact that it was back to back. I mean, people wait 3 months for new content in this game. So you wait 3 months and you get the knight and you're like, ugh. And then you wait 3 more months and you're like, all right. And then you get the skull merchant and you're like, ugh. They both.
That's an opinion. And I don't know how this has contributed to the game dying. All right, if you are a returning viewer, you know my thoughts on the DVD is dying bullshit. This is bullshit.
Feel lazy and uninspired.
Oh, that's why you're probably not a fog whisperer, dude. How are they not inspired? They're not the same. They're not reskins of the same model. Well, actually, I heard that apparently the Skull Merchant was a reskin. I don't know if this is even true at all, but it was a reskin of Trickster, which, yeah, but they don't make it obvious. Like, come on, man. Games aren't easy to make.
Luckily, the next chapter will be during Dead by Daylight's anniversary, which they usually reveal something big and cool. It's usually a licensed chapter, so fingers crossed we get some sort of saving grace. I really hope it's not a 3rd Resident Evil chapter. I know there's lots of
I agree with that entirely. To be honest, a hot take here that I'm going to give is I don't know why the game they're even in the game. Don't get me wrong, I like Resident Evil, but I don't think it's a slasher game. But it's cool, I guess. They're in it, and I do enjoy playing and going against the killers, so I do think Wesker's cool. I also think, I almost called him Big Daddy for some reason, but fucking Nemesis is pretty cool. I agree with this, but pretty much this isn't even if though I agree, it doesn't mean shit. It does not affect the community.
Resident Evil fans who play the game, and I think Resident Evil's cool, but for the love of God, something new, please. I don't want. Maybe it's just me. You know what? Fuck me. But just please, something new. I don't want Resident Evil Chapter 3. But hey, you know what? Even if it is a 3rd Resident Evil chapter, it'll still probably be better than the 2 dumpster fires we just.
It's an opinion, dude. I don't know why you're saying this shit. Again, I've went against these killers many times, twice, and the killers were pretty good too. So, I don't know why you think your opinion's contributing to an entire community.
Scott. Reason number 3 this game is dying and in a terrible place. It's a big shocker. It's the player base. It's the community. I still,
oh, God.
to this day, cannot believe the amount of whiny, fully grown, tantrum-throwing adult toddlers that play this game.
I know, it's like it happens in every online game. Might as well call the FBI, Spooks. Like, why can't people get mad at something as an inept object like fucking video games, you dipshit? Dude, what do you want them to take their anger out on? Like, yes, video games can cause anger. Even single-player games. But that means you have anger issues. Not really. Not if you have a good time and it's ruined by you dying. You know? or getting fucking instant tunneled off the hook because of the fact the killer's so bad at finding survivors that's their cheap tactic. Again, that's my opinion. But yeah, why? Like, why is this a problem? It happens in every online game. Just grow thick skin, buddy.
If it's not people in
the... I don't know how long you've been staying online for, but apparently it's to the point where you're a little bit soft, and I can see it right here.
In-game chat, blowing up at people, calling them names or slurs, or...
Just ignore it. Why is that a problem? Ignore it. You know what I do every time, even though if I feel like I was the one being a dick? I just leave. I don't escalate issues. I don't even fucking stay to see if they are going to say anything. I leave, because my goal is to play the next match. I don't have time to chit-chat. That's me, though. Okay, that literally is me. Like, this is just soft boy shit. Just grow a pair. Like, stop caring how others treat others. They'll get their fucking 2 cents. Or they'll get their fucking... they'll get theirs. They will. It'll happen to them, and they'll have nothing to say in return because most of those people are bitches. And yes, they can take anger out on you as long as they're not threatening to kill you or even trying to even attempt to do it by getting your IP and finding where you live that way. That would be worse than the shit you've called out. By far. Like, you're just soft.
Or threatening them, or...
Okay, that's good. Good job. Okay, yes. Okay, well, no. The slurs you can ignore, but threatening them, yes.
People on their streams pulling up other Discord profiles and Twitch accounts, shaming them for their viewers or threatening them in some way. It's people on Twitter. It's people on Twitter just posting screenshots of...
Why does this matter? Why do you care about what people on Twitter are saying? Why is this a problem? How does this affect 20 or 30,000 people I saw earlier today? And this video's been out for 2 weeks. And I don't even think after this video came out people are gonna fucking stop playing, because they're probably gonna look at it and be like, you don't like the knight? You don't like the skull merchant? I don't know what that has to do with DBD dying. That's literally subjective, dude.
Of endgame chats or pictures of them getting slugged on the ground and just where boo hoo.
It's kind of like what you're doing here. You're just getting mad at internet stuff. Ignore it. Grow thick skin.
Fucking life is over. I don't know what I'm gonna do. God help me. Some of you really need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and get your...
I think you do, for sure. I mean, after that tangent about Twitter and you giving a fuck about what people post on Twitter, come on. You need to... How about you take a look at that computer screen, right? Or that computer glass? It looks clean enough. You could probably see yourself in it. I mean, come on, man. This is spoken from a true pussy.
Your shit together. Someone just sent me a clip of a TTV that told another TTV to kill themselves. Because...
Oh my god! What a fucking crime. Did he threaten to kill him? Did he threaten to harm him in any way? No. That's just normal, man. Sorry, and yes, I do agree it is fucked up, but what can you do? You know? Like, Jesus. God damn, dude. Grow a pair. Like, literally. If you're gonna be playing... Like, this seems to me you shouldn't even be a content creator. If you're going to complain about Twitter stuff that's so easy to avoid... I don't even use Twitter that much. I have a Twitter for my channel. I use it specifically for my channel, but I don't fucking use it to browse and see what people are saying. I could care less. You're choosing to see that. No one else is.
The killer camped when all the gens were done. Yeah, that's actually the next video that I'm posting after this one, so be on the lookout. If your idea of fun revolves solely around how other people play, I've got a newsflash for you. You need to take your PC or your console and put it in the fucking trash can. Because that's not how games work, and that's not
how trash talk works. You clearly have never been bullied. I think all of his friends probably pat him on the back. They don't give each other shit. You just probably just stay in a fucking circle jerk. Oh, you're such a great person. You're so good, this, that, but doesn't give each other shit. Damn, this, like, your skin is so soft.
How the world...
You need to grow thicker skin, dude. Seriously. I know I said that like 100 times, but this is literally the best course of action for you. This is just, damn.
Works. It's perfectly...
I know, but it's how gaming works. And the funny thing is, you're trying to say they're delusional. You're delusional here by trying to stop it. Like, yeah, you ain't gonna change no one, bro. It's one of the biggest rules of life, and my eye is killing me right now. I don't know why.
Okay to not like certain playstyles, or certain killers, or certain perks. Nothing wrong with that at all. But guess what? You can just go to the next game. Go to the next...
Yeah, and you can just ignore the Twitter shit, dude. Just don't go on Twitter. Instead of going to the next game, just don't go to the next Twitter post.
Fucking match. You don't have to just dig into them and fucking insult them and take screenshots and post it on Twitter and post little fucking clips of, look at this fucking person slugging me. I can't believe it. They must be banned. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And you want to know the saddest part? Is that I believe that Reason 1 and 2 can actually be fixed. Like, I think that behavior can solve the hacking issue. They've already been working on it. I think that they can make their game more secure, and I hope that they will. And I also think that they can make better chapters. I think...
No. This is your opinion. This is not even constructive criticism. You're kind of giving them a demand, I guess we could say. I don't know. I mean, you didn't like the other chapters, but other people did. I mean, if that's the case... They would be catering to the community, and WoW communities just have differing opinions, and they'll get pissed if they even listen to one of the community members. They'll blow up because of the fact that their opinion wasn't heard. I don't think they care, really. I think they are free to do what the fuck they want. I mean, it is their license. I mean, I'm sorry, Spooks, you didn't like the fucking killers, but that's what it boils down to.
I think they can redeem themselves by releasing killers and survivors and maps that are really fun, and new perks and stuff like that. I think those two things can be fixed, but I don't think Reason 3 can be fixed.
No, it can't. Thanks for coming to that conclusion, Space Cadet.
At this point, every time I go on Twitter, every time I check my...
See, he really cares about what they say on the social media, even though it's so avoidable. It's just funny to me how he's just not seeing that. Holy shit.
My emails and see what people have sent me and the experiences they've had with players in this game. It just reminds me that this shit is never going to change. And you know what? It's
And why bring it up? Like, how is that a problem? It's not even that bad. Like, as you just said, it's like Twitter shit. Damn. But yeah, it's Twitter shit. Not in endgame stuff. He didn't even bring up endgame. He just said they talk shit at the endgame chat. And if that's a problem, grow thick skin. Like, stop reading the endgame chat if that's what it takes.
a shame, because if the player base wasn't so elitist and standoffish and entitled, I think that the player base would be much higher. I think
you're full of shit, and you just look at that stuff. You've been looking at this shit for years. And I understand he made a video saying that he is trying to change, and that's trying to change his content, wants to do new stuff, and that's fine. But this does not contribute to the game dying at all. Damn, my eye is fucking killing me.
More people would stick around. But people load in...
I'm about to rip it out.
And they start playing a match as killer or even survivor, and they just have people fucking screaming at them, taking their information and putting it on Twitter, taking their...
What type of information? They're like gamer tag?
Information and put it on their fucking stream to shame them for what they did, how they played the game. It is pure insanity, and the fact that some of you...
It's pure soft boy stuff, dude. Move on. Unless they are threatening to kill you and taking your literal address and sharing it with others. That's not what he's saying. He just basically described taking your gameplay footage or something like that, or showing them how you played, and then making fun of you for that. I guess. I don't know. Like, that doesn't seem like a problem to me. Like, if there are people posting about my actual living address, that would be even worse. That would actually kill the fucking player base.
You can't realize the way that you're acting and how absolutely absurd it is, I have no words. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting. Dark times in Dead by...
Not really. I mean, to you, because you literally indulge in this sort of shit, so...
Daylight. Let's hope it gets better.
I guess, yeah, just stop looking at Twitter, then it will get better. So, a few things I agreed on, but for the most part, pretty subjective. The killer stuff you didn't even need to bring up. I mean, if you're gonna speak as for the whole player base, I guess you bringing up the Twitter stuff might have makes more sense than you bringing up your opinion on the killers, and that apparently having some correlation with the entire community. I just don't see... And even the Twitter stuff, dude, just ignore it. No one's forcing you to go on Twitter, man. Well, I'm a content creator. Your audience doesn't force you to do shit. Okay, you have the right to not go on Twitter. I usually don't. The only time I do is to look through the people I'm following, and that's it. I don't take anything that seriously. I don't get worked up over fucking tweets. That's so stupid and so, like, weak. Like, dude, that's Twitter shit. Ignore it. It's not that hard. Anyways, that's me, Sacred G. This video wasn't that great. Like, yeah, the hacking stuff. It was, even the hacking, too. That was all, like, what was it? It was, like, Twitch streamer related, so it really had nothing to do with the other player base. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure it happens to people who don't stream. I mean, if you piss off the fucking hacker, for God knows what that may be, how that may be, you know, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but his example is that it was streamers it affects specifically. And to be honest, I could see that. So it's one of the downfalls of being a streamer. I mean, if that's a problem, then stop it. I mean, no one's gonna force you to keep streaming, dude. You don't have a gun to your head, so... Anywho, that's me, Sacred G. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out.